Focused as they walked into the locker room earlier. Their job's basic tonight: get a W on their home court. Hello and welcome to Saturday night with the NBA on 2K Sports. An exciting game on the way. And this is Brian Anderson, along with Grant Hill and Brent Barry. Allie LaForce, our reporter tonight. All right, a moment to check out some numbers for Anthony Simons.
He's been playing a larger role in their offense over the past 5 games, and we see that in his usage rate, which has gone up during that stretch. We'll see if they continue to lean on him here tonight.
And let's check Miami's starting lineup. Bam Adebayo is out there with Andrew Wiggins. Then there's Mitchell. Then there's Tyler Hero. And it's Love in at the 5 spot. And for the Trailblazers, Scoot at the 1 with Simons at the 2. Williams is out there with DeAndre Ayton. And it's Kamare in at the 3 spot. And Grant, sitting at the midway point of the season now, as a player, does it feel that way? Or does one half drag on more than the other?
You know, I'd say the back half can feel a little bit longer. Whether it's games of consequence that magnify things, or for teams lower down, maybe the season drags on at the end.
Here's Kamare. Ayton finds Simons. The 3-ball. Gets the 3 to fall.
Simons has great confidence in shooting that 3-ball, and that consistency will help this squad.
Hero against Simons. Hero, the pass to Adebayo. Missed it. Now 0 for 1 in this game. And it's Simons with the ball for the Trailblazers. It's a 3-point game. Shots good by Henderson.
And there's Henderson, just so quick. I mean, he loves to get out and run.
And here's Hero. 14 points his last outing. And it's a defensive 3-second violation.
You know, I have to admire a guy like Anthony Simons. Early in his career, he was seen as undersized, but with his skill and pure athleticism, he balances the scales against bigger players, and he's become a ferocious scorer.
And so he hits the technical free throw. Blockbuster trades have become more the norm here in the NBA, Grant. Just ask Portland in 2023.
Yeah, the Trailblazers were at the center of some big moves, but that's just how it's done now. Entire teams can be restructured in the process of a single transaction.
Well, if Wiggins hits these 3-point balls at a high clip, he'll become a much better player and more dangerous for this offense.
Here's Henderson. Adebayo grabs the board.
And that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
Hero outside. There's a screen by Love. That shot is off. Ooh, excellent D there from Ayton. To the paint. Miami grabs the miss.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he'd lay it straight up and in.
Now here's Simons. Last game he had 28 points. Williams' shot is good.
Well, this is where Williams looks to score. The closer he is to the rim, the more effective he's going to be.
And about 2 minutes into the first quarter here. Hero with it. His scoring ability is impressive, averaging 20 a game. Adebayo sets a screen. Wiggins, no good. For Portland, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter. Henderson scanning the floor. Simons outside. Down low. Here's Ayton. Oh, great D that time from Adebayo.
Aggressive mindset, but the defender just as determined to send him away empty-handed.
Simons against Hero. Pass to Adebayo. He nails it, and we're tied.
I love the rise and fire approach from Bam. You can see how effective that is.
First quarter of play, and we're about 3 minutes in. Inside, stolen by Hero. Wiggins with it. Henderson picks him up. Now Adebayo. Hero outside. Over Simons. He hits the back iron and sinks it.
Such a smooth shooter. Assertive Hero right now on offense.
Henderson, the pass to Aiden. And here's Simons. Five to shoot. Adebayo with the rejection.
And pay him with the emphatic block.
Here's Mitchell. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. They come into this one having outplayed the Mavericks last time out.
And as a rule of thumb, the road can really test your team's depth. But they all stepped up and collectively produced a lot of points.
Yeah, and watching that, all kinds of contributions and just little things that guys were doing to chip in for that win.
Now here's Hero. His scoring ability is impressive, averaging 20 a game. On the wing, Mitchell connects from downtown.
Hero knowing about the whens and the wheres for an assist.
Blazers trail by 5. Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
And Chauncey Billups calls timeout here. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. And these are the guys that continue to come through from the charity stripe. Number 1, Anthony Simons.
And you can't afford to foul this guy. If you send him to the line, he takes great pride in converting from there. The league leader in free throw percentage.
Here's Henderson. He picked up 12 points in their last win against the Mavericks in Dallas. Simons outside. Will it go? Adebayo grabs the board. Adebayo's got 5 rebounds in the game. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
I had a chance to catch up with Chauncey Billups. I asked him outright if he had a plan for Tyler Hero. Coach let me in on their strategy, saying, quote, "We just have to cause problems for him on defense. Hand in the face, crowd him. Anything to discourage him from taking shots. So he hopes they can keep Tyler quiet by hassling him all night long." Back to you.
And Allie, thanks. And it's Simons missing.
He's not very hard to defend right now. This is when the defense might step back and let him try to find his range.
Here's Hero. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
And the defense kind of forced that tricky play from Hero. He still gets the shot off while being fouled.
All right, guys, some stats here. The scoring breakdown for the Heat.
Yeah, their early focus on outside scoring has paid off. They're finding plenty of points from three-point land.
Let's make sure that that selfish nerve doesn't get tapped, because right now there's great ball movement. They're setting each other up. Let's see if that maintains.
And that one falls for Hero. And Brent, the Heat always looking to compete year in, year out.
Well, for good reason. This team takes a lot of pride in giving themselves a chance every year. And the way the front office conducts their business is they believe they can put together the type of roster that is going to go out there and take care of things to put them in position to be successful.
Now here's Henderson, a go-to option for this team. He puts up nearly 17 a game. Mitchell against Henderson for 3. Robinson. He shoots again. Pass to Adebayo. Off target. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Simons passes to Henderson. Shot clock at 6. To stop the drought. Again, the miss by Portland. And here's Mitchell. He'll bring it up for the Heat. They lead by 7. They defeated Utah in their last game.
And it's just so hard to stop them when they're scoring at that level. They were efficient and didn't let up at all.
Yeah, never stopped working. One of those games where just Everybody was making shots, continual flow, and a very professional win. Well, if he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
Pass to Adebayo. Here's Hero. Shoots over Simons. That one a tad offline, but it drops in for him. Hero's got 7.
Tyler Hero ready to pull the trigger at any time.
And Chauncey Billups calls timeout. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. Blazers trail by 9. Pass to Aiden. Hero against Simons. Here's Grant. Henderson outside. Here's Williams. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
Yeah, you see the vision from Henderson. Just a terrific facilitator.
Here's Hero. He has 7. Pass to Robinson. Clock at 6. Back to Hero. Beyond the arc. And Aiden pulls it down. Portland has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. And Williams punches it home.
Yeah, using his power, Williams doesn't give them any room to interfere with that jam.
So it's Miami now. It's a 5-point game. Mitchell against Henderson. Outside Mitchell. Pass to Hero. And it's out of bounds to the Heat as Miami retains possession. For 3, Robinson.
And that's a play where Grant lets you know that he can stick with his man and do a good job defending.
Simons finds Henderson. Back to Simons. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. And now just a 3-point Heat lead. Miami has gone 3 of 7 from beyond the arc in the first. Hero on the wing. Adebayo is screen on Simons. Hero, the pass to Adebayo. And stolen by Williams. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Oh, Grant throws it down.
Well, seeing Jeremy Grant at his size getting out on the break in full sprint, collecting and finishing.
And Eric Spoelstra decides to call timeout. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. And some changes here for Portland. Klingin, he's checked in for Williams. Sharp comes in for Simons. And it's Benton in for Henderson. The Heat with the lead. Now Rozier. Playing Utah, he was nearly unstoppable. Robinson against Sharp. To the paint to end the drought. Ware hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. And the Heat lead by 3. Here's Benton, pounded by Rozier. Benton passes to Sharp, and there's the whistle. That'll go on Terry Rozier. That's his first foul. Kamara, he's checked in for Portland. Thibault comes in for Benton. Miami on D. Outside Thibault. Count it. 1-for-1 to start the game.
Boy, absolutely no rim protection, leading to a lot of easy buckets here.
And it's Jaquez with the ball for the Heat. And you watch Shaedon Sharpe, Brent. The talent is undeniable.
Well, the athleticism really is something that jumps off the court for you. And he's not just a scorer or a rebounder. I think if he uses that athleticism, he could become an elite defender in this league.
Off target from outside. Portland trailing here. Thibault passes to Sharpe. Here's Kamari. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Dallas. 1:52 left in the opening quarter. Pass to Robinson. And Aiden pulls it down.
The defense better tighten up on the mid-range. They're much, much tighter. You expect him to make every single one of those.
And we got a quick moment to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for Bam Adebayo.
On the board, he's had a much bigger impact these last few years than he did before that. He can be relied on now to make a difference with his rebounding, and that's a product of how hard he's worked down low.
Klingett, he's checked in for Portland. And there's 1:38 left to play in the first quarter. Sharpe against Robinson. Clock at 4. Here's Thibault. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. Well, Miami shooting 33% in the first quarter. Pass to Adebayo. Shoots over Thibault. Portland grabs the miss. .107 left in the first quarter. Grant with a screen on Rozier. Here's Kamari. Grant, left side. 14 feet away. Sharpe, no good. Let's see if they want to go 2-for-1 here, Grant.
Hey, looking at the clock, I'd say yes.
Now here's Rozier. Still no points. Pass to Robinson to stop the drought. Rebounded by Kamari.
Give him a little credit. Take some guts to keep shooting if you're struggling this bad. It's getting a little bit ugly right now.
Grant, the pass to Sharpe. To the right side. Thibault with it. Let's go with a 3. Jaquez grabs the board. For 3, Robinson drills it from deep. And the Heat lead by 4. And that does it for the first quarter. Miami out in front, up by 4. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. All right, guys, what do you think about the Heat here?
Well, it's simple. I mean, they started off strong, and they've been hot from beyond the arc since the get-go.
They just couldn't seem to know what it was that they needed to do and how to stick them from outside. The defense pretty lost.
Heat leading by 4. On the court for Miami here in the second. Duncan Robinson is out there with Terry Rozier. Then it's Andrew Wiggins. Then it's Jaime Jaquez. And it's Ware in at the 5, down low. Here's Wiggins going inside and rejected. Here's Kamari. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
And Grant with a nice heads-up play, willing to make the next pass.
And the Heat shooting 32% for this game. Not what they're hoping for. Rozier against Thibault. Ware. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist really the key to that entire sequence.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Here's a great quote from Coach Eric Spoelstra, who said, "The Miami Heat culture is a system based on discipline and hard work. We stand for something. That's competition. That's winning. We feel that there's a championship DNA that you can develop." And Brian, they walk the walk.
One of the great organizations in the league, Allie. All right, Brent, in an ideal world, if you're team building and you have the ability to build around a type of superstar, what would that look like for you?
Well, BA, the game has changed so much. We see that the most valuable players now, today, are big wings that can handle the physical rigors of both ends of the floor, playing offense and defense, can have the ball in their hands and create advantage every time they touch the ball, whether they're scoring it or making plays for their teammates. But the biggest factor is this guy has to motivate and ingratiate himself to the rest of the team. Those are true high-level championship caliber players.
The first free throw is good, and we have seen Andrew Wiggins step up as the second-best player on a title team. But it's all about his consistency, Brent.
Well, Andrew Wiggins' role, I believe, changed last year. A little in and out of the lineup for Andrew, and the changes around him have not been ideal. I hope that he embraces whatever it is that the coaching staff wants him to lock in this year, because as a two-way player, Andrew Wiggins is still very capable.
The Heat with the lead. Rozier looking around. Pass to Wiggins. Outside Jaquez. And again, no good by Miami. The Trailblazers shooting 40% so far in this one. Howard down as the whistle blows. Three-point play opportunity.
And Sharp has to be one of the best finishers at the rim in this young class.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far. Sharp, no good on the free throw. Grant, there have been so many great players that have gone through Portland over the years.
Yeah, it's hard to believe it's almost 50 years since their last title. It's a great city with a great fan base. And for their sake, I hope their second title comes soon.
Well, Brent, the reputation of Duncan Robinson is as a shooter, but he's added to his game.
A little bit, BA. It's still going to be shooter first, but Duncan doing a much better job of reading some of the double team in action coming at him to run him off the line. So that assist number, that's been growing.
Oh, nice shot by Klingon. Klingon's gotten his first basket of the night.
And guys, the way this defense is getting manhandled down low, you have to wonder if they're at 100% right now.
And it's Rozier with the ball for Miami. This is the first time they've seen Portland this season.
It was surprising they lost both games to this team last year. You would have thought the opposite.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And the technical free throw is good. Well, Grant, the Miami Heat are as professionally run as any franchise in this league.
Yeah, and certain numbers point to that. They minimize turnovers, they don't commit cheap fouls, and they hit their free throws. So, in other words, they don't give anything away.
Such a gifted shooter. When Duncan Robinson rises up with that kind of confidence, man, he's a threat.
For Portland, they've gotten off to a perfect 4 for 4 start in the second. Thibault passes to Grant. And here in the second quarter of action, just a hair under 2.5 minutes played. A moment now to see how the schedule is looking for the Miami Heat. On Monday, they'll be playing against James Harden and the Los Angeles Clippers. And then on Wednesday, they'll be matching up with LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers.
And for that game against San Antonio, no question they'll be amped for that one, eager to prove themselves against a tough opponent.
Now here's Robinson. 9 points in his last outing. Rozier against Thibault. It's Jaquez on the wing. And it's the Trailblazers on the break.
Grant, one of those big guys that gets up off the ground like a guard. Love to see him throw it down.
For Miami, they've gone 2 of 4 here in the second quarter. Rozier outside. Pass to Ware. Shot from 16. And there's another one for the Heat.
Now, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
Here's Kamare. It's Sharp on the wing. Robinson defending. And he slams it in one-handed.
And Sharp is the kind of guy who gets up there in a hurry. That elevator, that's got some extra juice.
Once again, an explosive highlight on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Pass to Ware. To the middle. Here's Wiggins. And it's Portland with a rebound. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Nets. It'll be game number 2 in their 5-game homestand. Sharp against Jaquez. Back to Grant. 6 to shoot. Jaquez grabs the board. For Miami, they've got 3 of 6 shots to go here in the second quarter. Pass to Wiggins. Right side, Jaquez. Now Rozier, covered by Thibault. Rozier, the pass to Wiggins. Over Grant. Wiggins, no good. The Trailblazers have gotten 6 of their 7 shots to go in the second quarter. Thibault finds Sharp. Back to Thibault. Pass to Grant. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. Grant against Wiggins. Oh, tough bucket. Wiggins.
I think there were some toughness questions around Andrew Wiggins. Not anymore. This guy has become a pretty gritty player.
So it's Portland now. Outside Sharp. Shoots over Robinson. Sharp, no good. For Miami, they've gotten 4 of 8 shots to drop in the second. Rozier with it. Picked up by Grant. Jaquez. Thibault with the board. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Pass to Klingon. Sharp against Wiggins. To the inside. Stolen by Rozier. Here's Jaquez. And it's good. First made shot in 4 attempts.
And Wiggins' game continues to evolve. You saw that right there. Good eye movement, found the shooter.
Blazers trail by 4. And here's Thibault. No points yet. It's stolen by Jaquez. Wiggins for 3. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
He told me this was the kind of game he was going to have. I would not have expected them to be in front right now.
Wiggins against Grant. Add that to his line. Now 3 for 6.
In the last few years, we've seen a nice leap from Jeremy Grant, including how effective he can be in that spot.
And Eric Spoelstra decides to call timeout. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. All right, here now, the league's top rebounders over the past month. Number 5 is DeAndre Ayton.
He's just been incredible on the boards over the last month of the season. He's a guy who plays with such desire.
Here's Mitchell. Rozier outside. The 3. Mitchell misses. And so Henderson will bring it up for Portland. Trailing by 2. From outside the arc. Rebound Miami. Adebayo's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Mitchell with the ball. Guarded now by Williams. Hero for 3. Williams grabs the board. Williams has got a 6th rebound on the night. On the wing, Grant. Checked by Mitchell. Henderson outside. Ayton, a screen on Rozier. To the paint. Oh, that doesn't go on the chance to tie. Miami has gone 0 for 3 from deep to begin the second. Adebayo from long range. That one falls. Nice setup by Mitchell. Adebayo's got 6 points.
Man, bigs like Adebayo got to drain shots to keep the defense honest. Nice to see him working on that part of his game.
Blazers trail by 5. Simons outside. Pass to Grant. Henderson left side. Ooh, a little luck that time as it drops. Henderson's gotten his second bucket of the game. Miami leading by 3. Mitchell, the pass to Adebayo. And the big finish by Adebayo.
And how about Adebayo just getting up and getting athletic?
The Trailblazers have gotten 8 of 13 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outside, Williams. Here's Grant. Rebound, Miami. Rozier, left side. Great D that time from Simons. And the Trailblazers shooting a nice 57% rate from the field in the second quarter. Here's Grant. Rebound, Miami. Adebayo's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Rozier with it. Picked up by Grant. Hero for 3. And in 7 attempts, he's drained 3.
Well, the shortest 3 in the game is making use of that corner spot, and Hero in the right spot that time.
Here's Henderson. And Chauncey Billups calls timeout here. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. You know, he's 6'9". Brent, would you call Bam Adebayo a small ball center?
If you were standing in front of him, B.A., would you do that? I don't know if I want to do that. I want to ask Bam what he wants to be called. Whether it's center or forward, it doesn't really much matter. This guy can play both ends of the floor and can dominate a game. He's got great strength, great length, and continues to grow his game.
Kamara, he's checked in for Grant. Ayton passes to Simons. Now here's Henderson. Checked by Mitchell. Simons against Rozier. 6 on the shot clock. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. Terry Rozier picks one up.
Simons is not going to back down offensively. He just plays with aggressiveness. He's a guy you have a hard time not fouling.
First one falls for him. Well, Anthony Simons has credited Damian Lillard for helping him with his development.
Man, B.A., can you imagine every day on the opposite end of Damian Lillard as a young player in this league? Anthony Simons willing to listen and willing to learn. And you see how far his game has come when the reins have been handed over to him.
Andrew Wiggins checked in for Rozier.
And they seem to have taken a more heads-on approach this quarter, and it's getting them to the free throw line.
Hero, the pass to Love. And here's Adebayo. Williams defending. Nifty move. Adebayo, no good. Blazers trail by 6. Down low. Here's Ayton. Lets it fly. Pass to Kamari. Uncovered. That one's good for 2. Kamari's got 4 points now in the quarter.
That's a good find from Ayton, understanding the defensive scheme, and he just waited for his teammate to be open.
Miami has gone 2 of 5 from distance here in the second quarter. Wiggins outside. Hero outside. Back to Mitchell. Love, a screen on Henderson. Here's Mitchell. That one doesn't drop. Nice D from Henderson. And he ends that fast break chance. An intentional foul. That's a textbook example of the transition take foul rule. This is his second trip to the line in the game.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes.
And a fun fact here, Brent, the Trailblazers' name was actually chosen by the fans.
Oh, that's so awesome, BA, to remind fans of how it is that Portland got its name. It was an open contest, and they had, I think, over 10,000 entries. And there are a couple other names that we should throw out there. It could have been the Pioneers or the Doug Furs. I think they chose wisely. What a tough play from Simons that time. And he's going to get an extra shot to boot here at the free throw line.
And Brent Scoot Henderson spending 2 years with G League Ignite, the second overall pick in 2023.
Yeah, and Scoot not the first Ignite player to go very high up in the NBA draft. You think about Jalen Green with the Rockets, but an extra year in the G League, committed to staying there and developing his game. I think that helped him in terms of his maturity, and still the sky is the limit for this kid.
Well, Brent, when it comes to Scoot Henderson, his mobility alone causes problems.
No doubt about his explosiveness, BA, being one of the things he uses as a weapon. So he gets confidence in that outside shot. People start pressing up on him. You're going to see that quick first step, and Scoot Henderson getting to the rim and becoming more impactful offensively.
Now here's Wiggins. 20 points for him last game against the Jazz in Salt Lake City.
Let's us not forget about the work on the glass. His effort level was a 10 that night out of 10.
Here's Williams. Inside. Here's Simons. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there. And the Heat shooting 37% from the floor at this point. Pass to Hero. Now Adebayo. Back to Hero. Now here's Adebayo. The three from Mitchell. He drops it from range. Mitchell's got 6.
Hard to win games when you allow clean looks from the perimeter.
1 minute left to play in the first half of basketball. Mitchell against Henderson. Simons outside. Shoots over Hero. Rebound Miami. Adebayo's got rebound number 11. Hero with it. 10 points for him. Pass to Love over Simons. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. And now it's a 5-point Heat lead.
I like seeing Love work that in-between area. He's got a great understanding of when it is that he's going to have the room to fire.
Simons passes to Williams. Williams. Oh, Time Lord with the follow.
Those second chance buckets are major bonus points if you can get them.
Wiggins for 3. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. Heat out in front, up by 3. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Glad you're joining us for halftime. And fellas, how about Bam Adebayo getting it done to start the game?
He is out hustling everyone on the glass, even his own guys in some cases.
Controlling the flow of second half chances on both ends. That can often decide games. He's putting in work. All right, fellas, let's now take a look at what's to come on the upcoming schedule.
And for their matchup with the Clippers, don't let a lack of focus steal one from you. Overlooking lesser opponents, but that's when they come and they bite you.
I overlook all opponents.
In terms of what? Height? Confidence? Both? Don't even answer. I know the answer. Thanks for joining us. Time to head back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
And if you're just joining us, we played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Anthony Simons, he's been playing really well.
Through 2 quarters of play, he's been an excellent source of points.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
And here's Mitchell. He'll bring it up for the Heat. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Scoot at the 1 with Simons at the 2. DeAndre Ayton is out there with Robert Williams. And it's Kamare in at the 3. That's the group starting the second half for Chauncey Billups. And it's Love missing.
You gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
Pass to Kamare. Here's Ayton. Check by Mitchell. And Ayton gets it to go.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Here's Mitchell. Wiggins outside. Fires from deep. And Ayton pulls it down. Ayton's got 5 rebounds in the game. For the lead, Henderson. And he misses the go-ahead basket. The Heat with the lead. On the attack, Hero. Love for 3. Simons with a rebound.
Not been an easy start. 3 straight misses here on these possessions.
Misses the 3.
You kind of wonder where his head's at. The shot selection hasn't been there. And, of course, that one was just crazy.
Pass to Love. 90 seconds into the second half now. And there's the bucket. Staying with it that time. Offensive glass getting it done.
All right. After 4 misses, they finally get one to go. That has to be a big relief for the offense after beginning this half on a bit of a cold streak.
And Chauncey Billups calls timeout here. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. All right, Brent, let me ask you a very important question. What exactly is Heat culture?
BA, Heat culture is about toughness and competitiveness. And if you step into that building, you better make sure that you're ready to be pushed and push the limits that, as a professional player, not a lot of other teams are willing to go. As soon as they find guys who enjoy that, and I'm not going to say torture, but it's close, those are the kind of guys who make it in Miami.
Just over a minute and a half played in the third. Simons' shot is good. Simons got 13.
Finding a way through. Contact comes Simons' way, and he just avoids it.
And Miami has possession. They lead by 1. Mitchell, the pass to Wiggins. Adebayo sets a screen. Pass to Love. Here's Hero. Portland with a rebound. Henderson, right side. Simons, outside. Shot clock at 6. And Brent, what you like about Toumani Camara? He'll get in there and do the dirty work for you.
Well, what a ride for him to get the recognition to become an NBA draft pick. He did all the little things to put himself in a position to succeed, and then all of a sudden can get on the floor and contribute in so many ways. Versatile defender, knocks down some mid-range shots. These are the kind of guys who you love to see build out a career.
Now here's Hero. 10 points for him. The kick out to Wiggins. 4-3. Another shot. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hit the shot and will go to the line. This is his 3rd trip to the free throw line in this game.
Hero, one of those guys you just rely on coming in and giving you that offensive pop. Does a lot of things for his team on that end of the floor.
Now here's Henderson. Simons outside. Here's the 3. That's bucket number 5. He's 5 for 12 now. Incredible game. This lead has been exchanged 8 times.
Tremendous show of will and resilience on both sides.
And Eric Spoelstra decides to call timeout. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. As we get deeper into the season, the Eastern Conference standings are really taking shape. Let's take a look. You take a look at the Heat. Right now, they're in 9th place. Definitely not the kind of success they envisioned at this point of the season.
Well, I think for Miami, it's really been an intriguing year for them. I mean, they work hard, they play gritty, but they're just so inconsistent.
I just think if you're on the other side, how much are you looking at that team and saying, we're scared of them? So not a lot of fear from the opposition and what they're bringing to the table. They're good, they compete, but do they have that extra gear? I'm not sure.
And that really has to lift his teammates' spirits right now.
I'll tell you, Grant, these second chance buckets could be what this game comes down to.
Well, especially in a close game, every possession matters.
And here are the Heat now. Portland making their last shot. Hero, no good. Trailblazers lead by 3. Puts up a 3. Adebayo grabs the board. And Wiggins has got the ball here for Miami. Pass to Hero. Oh, Wiggins with the silky touch at the rim.
Wiggins at his size has the ability to post like that and take it to the rack.
The Trailblazers have gone 4 of 8 in the third. Simons outside. Here's Kamari, hounded by Wiggins. Simons outside. Oh, it's stolen by Mitchell. 3 on 3. Back to Hero. Outside Love. Mitchell against Simons. And it's Mitchell. The miss. Now Henderson. Simons right side. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a three-point play.
Now that basket must be widening out right now, and he's making almost every shot he's putting up this quarter.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Portland.
Well, the coaching staff has to love what they're seeing on offense. There's so many assists because how this team is moving the ball.
And they've also done a great job of just taking what the defense is giving them. Teams willing to give up a mid-range, take them, knock them down. They've done it.
So it's Miami now. 4-point game. Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Adebayo, a screen on Simons. Hero, the pass to Adebayo. Clock at 6. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. At 6'9", Bam Adebayo is on the shorter side of centers. Yet he is elite defensively, Grant.
He's been top 5 in Defensive Player of the Year voting a bunch of times. Bam has an incredible motor, a great IQ, and he's a switchable big. That's huge in today's game.
Here's Kamari. Outside, Williams. Pass to Henderson. And Mitchell over to help. Henderson finds Williams. Mitchell against Henderson. Unable to get that one. Heat trail by 3. Here's Mitchell. 6 points for him. And here's Wiggins. And they're pushing it up. Ahead. Here's Ayton. Takes the assist and lays it in. Nice setup. Ayton's got 6 points.
And that was just moving the ball quickly. And he's rewarded at the end with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down. But when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Here's Adebayo. Following the bucket by the Blazers. And there's Mitchell on the assist from Adebayo. Adebayo's got 3 assists now in this one. Trailblazers lead by 3. Simons outside. Back to Henderson. It's not going to go for him. Oh, great D that time from Adebayo.
Kind of rare to see any player have this much of a struggle from the field. To still have the lead shows how resilient they are as a complete team.
Now here's Mitchell. Give him 8. Shot clock at 6. Takes a 13-footer. Adebayo, no good. The Trailblazers have gotten 6 of their first 12 shots to drop in this third.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
No good on that one. And some changes here for Portland. Grant's checked in for Simons, and Shaedon Sharpe subbed in for Henderson. Robinson, he's checked in for Miami. Terry Rozier comes in for Mitchell. For 3, Robinson on target from range. 10 points for him.
And that's some progression for Duncan Robinson, just being able to score off the bounce.
Pass to Kamare. Sharpe with it, pounded by Rozier. Sharpe passes to Williams. Grant outside. There's the 3. He buries it from 3. And the Trailblazers lead by 3.
Like seeing Grant knocking down threes, especially when it comes in the form of getting revenge.
Rozier with it. Now guarded by Ayton. And these are the best teams this season when it comes to converting points off turnovers. Portland in second.
This is a squad that will tax you for any mistake or loose ball. They know how to snatch the rock and run flat out to make sure they capitalize.
Portland making a switch here. Thibault's checked in. And Miami also making a switch. Jaquez is checked in. Both free throws good from Rozier.
Well, a great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
Now here's Sharpe. 10 points for him. Driving in. And count it. Now 5 for 7.
Yeah, not afraid to finish at the rim. Sharpe, just relentless.
And it's Rozier with the ball for the Heat. Shoots from the line. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Williams has got 11 rebounds in the game. He's got his first free throws of the night right here. And he drops the first. Klingon, he's checked in for Portland. Hits both from the stripe. Heat trail by 5. Now here's Rozier. Looking at his numbers, currently he's averaging around 9 points a game. It's Sharpe on the wing. Oh, a beautiful reverse layup. Sharpe's got 14 points for the game.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
Miami has gone just 1 of 5 from three-point range here in the third quarter. And there's the foul. It'll go on Matisse Thybulle. That's his first foul. Robinson passes to Jaquez. Back to Robinson. Three-pointer Rozier. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Klingon's got 4 rebounds now. To the middle. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Since half, there's been a stark contrast between these teams. I'm talking about efficiency at the offensive end.
Well, this team did something in halftime, going from a mild-mannered half-court executing team to some heroic shooting in the second half.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Well, guys, drawing charges is an art. The Warriors' Brandon Podziemski led the league last season, and he said, I'm not going to jump with anybody at the rim and block them. This is another form of rim protection. And Brian, while some have labeled them dangerous and called for charges to be taken out of the game, they remain a winning play.
Yeah, that's a good point, Allie. Thanks.
And the Adebayo experiment has been pretty awesome to watch just because it's gone nuclear. All the skills and his hard work paying off now.
Here's Ayton. And Ayton with the stuff.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. Heat trail by 10. And here's Robinson. He's got 10. To the paint. Shot clock at 5. Adebayo from long range. And Ayton pulls it down. Ayton's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Here's Klingon. Grant outside. Shoots over Rozier. Grant's shot is off. Heat shooting a low 28% during this third. Adebayo, no good.
Not his best night, and not the team's best night. Sometimes it just goes that way.
Three-pointer sharp. Ooh, now 7 for 9 after that make.
All game long, he's been getting to his spots, and the defense has yet to adjust.
Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
It's Jaquez on the wing. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. It goes on Jeremy Grant.
Aggressive move there from Jaquez. He can put a lot of pressure on your defense.
Brent, it didn't take long for Jaquez Jr. to establish himself as one of the steals of his draft class.
Yeah, the interesting thing with where he played was how he gained the confidence of the teammates around him. A lot of expectations about playing winning basketball. Well, Jaquez did a lot of that in college. He's got great feel, great size, and seems to be in the right spot most of the time.
Now here's Rozier. Pass to Jaquez. Fires the 3. Walker pulls down the board. Here's Portland now. They're on a 16-5 run. Thibault against Robinson. And Thibault with a drive. Another one falls for Portland.
They're really working the paint now.
And so it's Rozier who brings it up for Miami. Trailing by 13. Got a piece of it. Now the Blazers on the move. Sharp, no good. 32 seconds left in the third quarter here. And that one's good. Jovic.
Well, if you're giving up that much height, the only thing that you can do as a defender is to foul him.
Here's Portland now. They're on an 18-7 run. We've got 22 seconds left in the third quarter. Sharp finds Walker. Outside Thibault. There's the triple. Rebounded by Jovic. Robinson passes to Rozier. Back to Robinson. Over Sharp. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. And so it's Portland. They lead by 11 as the quarter comes to a close. Their defensive efforts have paid off, effectively shutting down the opposing offense. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere. And meanwhile, Eric Spoelstra rallying the troops.
Trust it. Good to great. Good to great. Don't settle for average shots. Move it.
And Coach Spoelstra instructing his guys to look for the best option.
Yeah, there's no reason to rush any bad shots, especially with 24 seconds to work with.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. Setting the floor for the Heat. Terry Rozier is out there with Duncan Robinson. Then it's Jaime Jaquez, and it's Jovic in at the 4. Three-pointer Sharp. Oh, he hits that one. 8 for 11 and remaining a thorn in the D side.
And everybody wants to see what kind of range Sharp has. Looks like the NBA three-point line won't be a problem for him.
Here's Ware. Outside Robinson. Pass to Jovic. Sharp grabs the miss. And the free throw, no good.
You talk to most of the coaching staffs around the league. What is the first thing they think about with Jeremy Grant? And it's that athleticism that comes to mind.
Trailblazers lead by 14. Outside Sharp. Grant with a screen on Robinson. Robinson against Sharp. 6 to shoot. Trailblazers got to hurry. Got to get up a shot. Grant. Jaquez grabs the board. Jaquez has got 4 rebounds now. Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them. I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
Pass to Reith. Grant against Jaquez. Grant right side. Some solid D from Jaquez.
Well, there's more he could have done in this game for sure, but it hasn't kept them from pulling ahead.
Here's Ware. Fires the 3. And there's the whistle. That'll go on Terry Rozier. That'll get him his 4th foul of the game.
What vision from Rozier there. Seeing his teammate was wide open and making the right pass.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Banton's checked in. We're about 2 minutes into the 4th here. Here's Klingon. Up and in on the layup. And the Trailblazers lead by 13.
2 teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
And Eric Spoelstra decides to call timeout. He wants their game plan to be crystal clear at this point. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Eric Spoelstra's huddle. Point blank, he wants better shot selection. He told them, we're settling, guys. Come on. We're not being patient out there. We're not working the ball around. That has to change right now.
Thanks for that, Allie. Robinson can't hit. Portland leading by 13. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. Banton can't get it to go. Miami has gone 1 for 3 in the 4th quarter from range. Jaquez no good. The Trailblazers have gone 2 for 7 from the field here in the 4th. Not great. And is blocked. They recover it. Grant outside. There's a screen. 3-pointer. Rebound Miami. And we're about 3 minutes into the 4th now. Here's Robinson. Blocked!
Grant's got some verts. I mean, it's all out there, especially effective on getting to the shooters and making an impact.
Jaquez against Sharp. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. And you watch Donovan Klingon. He really benefited from that extra year in college, Grant.
Yeah, the development cycle can be a little longer for centers, B.A. He cleaned up a lot offensively and took his strength and conditioning to another level.
Simons is checked in for Banton. Tyler Hero's checked in for Miami. Now here's Hero. Rozier outside. Simons with a steal. Tipped. And they'll keep possession. Pure. That's basket number 9 on 12 tries. A little over 3.5 minutes in the books now in this 4th quarter. Rozier against Simons. Kicks it to Hero. Count it. Now 5 of 11 for the game.
And Hero getting to the spots where he can be very effective. That swagger he plays with is infectious.
Here's Simons. This one for 3. The rebound by Ware. Ware's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Rozier outside. Pass to Ware. Here's the pick. Here's Hero. Finds it again. 6 for 12 and remaining assertive.
And a nice 6th sense back there from Hero using that pick and roll.
And it's Simons with the ball for the Trailblazers. They've allowed just 7 points here in the 4th. Down low. Knocked away. Grant outside. 6 on the shot clock. Over Robinson. Got a hand on it. Fast break Miami. Hero for 3. It's down. His 7th make in 13 attempts today.
He's taking what he can get here, has a 3 in each half.
Simons with it. Outside Sharp. Back to Simons. Kicks it to Hero. The 3. And again, it's Miami from deep.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Trailblazers lead by 6. Now Simons. Pass to Klingon. They can't stop the run with that one. Miami's gone 3 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the 3rd quarter. In transition, here they come. Here's Grant. Uses the glass on the layup. And the Trailblazers lead by 8.
And that was a timely basket to stop their momentum.
The Heat have got 5 out of 10 shots to drop here in the final quarter. Sharp against Hero. Over to the left wing. Grant with a steal. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. And here's Simons outside. Rebound Miami. Ware's got 8 rebounds in the game. Hero against Sharp. Pass to Ware. Hero outside. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Hero right now working himself into a lather, staying aggressive and drawing the defense's attention.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. So Hero nails both of them.
Well, you can tell that dependability on the court means a lot to Tyler Hero. He wants to be that guy for his team night after night.
Henderson, the pass to Ayton. The rebound by Ware. Ware's got 9 rebounds now. Pass to Mitchell. Wiggins looking around. And Ayton pulls it down. Ayton's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. To the wing, right side. Henderson, the pass to Simons. No good with the triple.
I think if I was coaching these guys right now, especially him, I'd tell him, you take one more three-point shot, and we're going to have some conversations here side by side.
You hate to pile on, but his poor shooting night has really hurt the team.
Just not sure if he ran out of energy at halftime or what, but so far just not himself in the second half.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Trailblazers lead by 4. Pass to Kamari. Now Simons. The rebound by Ware.
And he just hasn't been able to get it going this period.
No, I haven't seen him in comfortable spots, or at least spots we've seen in this offensive set that are allowing him to settle in.
As the deep shots continue to fall, you can sense the frustration growing among these defenders.
Simons passes to Henderson. Ayton, a screen on Hero. Unloads. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right iron. Simons got 23.
And he's only 1 for 7 in the fourth. That's a backbreaker in such a tight game.
Mitchell finds Wiggins. It's stolen by Henderson. And here they come. Here's Kamari. Finished off the break. And now a 5-point Trailblazer lead.
And Henderson just dropping an absolute dime there. Good to see him seeking out a teammate.
And it's Miami's ball. They're on a 17-6 run. Mitchell, the pass to Wiggins. Outside Mitchell. Now Wiggins. 4-3. That one falls. Nice setup by Mitchell. Mitchell's got his 3rd assist of the night.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
And Chauncey Billups calls timeout here. He's looking to make some very important adjustments here. Miami making a switch here. Love's checked in. Heat on D. Henderson, the pass to Simons. 3-pointer, no good.
They could have used more of those kind of rebounds earlier. It's hurt their cause.
Stolen by Ayton. That's tipped. Oh, it's stolen by Mitchell to tie it up. And it's Love missing.
He lacks defense there. He's going to see fewer and fewer chances if he can't bury those kind of jumpers.
Portland, no good that time either. Miami trailing. Here's Wiggins. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
And Wiggins committed to help the team out offensively. Big shot.
Find the lane. Good shot.
And the free throw is good. Now leading by 1.
You might want to think twice before sending him to the line again. He gets locked in when the game gets close.
Henderson finds Simons. And down it goes. 2 points. Simons has got 14 points here in the second half.
And it's crucial, but Simons takes that responsibility and gets it done.
And for Miami, they're shooting around 53% in the fourth. Inside, here's Adebayo. And Adebayo slams it in.
Bam stepping up and making a huge play for his team that time.
And it's Simons with the ball for the Trailblazers. Goes up at the elbow. Adebayo grabs the board. And for the Heat, they're shooting just under 40% from the field. Now here's Mitchell, guarded closely. Wiggins from long range. Rebounded by Kamari. Kamari's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Pass to Simons. To the inside. Here's Kamari, pounded by Wiggins. Just 5 on the clock. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
In the paint, Simon really has to go up against it. Credit to him for sticking with that play and seeing some daylight in there.
And so he's good on both free throws, and that gives him a lead.
Well, crucial moment there at the free throw line, and he never flinched.
Simons against Hero. Pass to Adebayo. Back to Hero. Out to the right wing. He shoots. Adebayo, no good. Here's Henderson. Money.
There is absolutely no fear in his eyes. He loves the moment.
Love seeing that there. A huge possession, and he nets it.
Now here's Hero. Love, the screen on Simons. Hero, the pass to Love. Wiggins for three. And it's in. Oh, a tremendous three. We're tied.
And Wiggins stepping up in a big moment. That's huge for this ball club.
And Chauncey Billups calls timeout. Critical moment here. He's not taking any chances. .30 seconds left in the final quarter. The three is up. And it's Simons missing.
Boy, I'd love to see him just get a smidge closer to the basket. Once he sees a few shots go in from there, that might open up everything from distance.
Hero against Simons. Hero right side. Here's Love. Oh, off target. Time expires. We're going to overtime. We'll take a quick break and then get you back to the action. Boy, these teams have battled tooth and nail for 4 quarters. Now we're headed to overtime. This one should be fun. Bam Adebayo is out there with Kevin Love. Then there's Tyler Hero. Then there's Mitchell. And it's Wiggins in at the small forward position. Now here's Williams. It's hauled in by the Heat. Adebayo's got his 18th rebound here tonight, all over the place. Mitchell, the pass to Adebayo. Now Love is covered by Ayton. Kicks it to Hero. Simons with a steal. And he lobs it up top. Williams misses. Hero outside. Rebound by the Trailblazers. At one point, they led by 16. Down low. Ayton. Oh, the bucket's good, and he'll have a chance at one more. It goes on Bam Adebayo.
Well, this is a maturity play here. Lots of pressure around him, and he doesn't speed up.
That's good from Ayton. And what action in this one. We're about a minute into overtime. Mitchell deciding where to go with it. Simons against Hero. Love for three. Sends it home from three-point land.
One of the early stretch fours in this league. Love helps set a trend. I mean, he's especially deadly from the corner.
The Trailblazers have gotten one shot to fall out of 3 in OT. Henderson against Mitchell. Pass to Kamari. Simons with it. 5 on the clock. From 13, Adebayo grabs the board. Miami shooting just 38%. Their offense not where they want to be. Mitchell, the pass to Love. Now here's Hero. Wiggins outside. Hero on the wing. He's covered by Simons. Here's Wiggins. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up. Robert Williams picks up one.
Wiggins right now just using force, challenging the defense, and sometimes making them get very physical with his play.
Off on that one, so he goes 1 out of 2 at the line.
They come away with the lead, but I'm sure he's kicking himself over that last miss.
Here's Hero. We are in overtime if you just joined us. 2.5 minutes through it. Here's Adebayo. And again, no good by Miami. The Trailblazers have gone 2 for 5 here in OT. Henderson outside. Pass to Simons. There's the triple. The putback. Adebayo grabs the board. Miami trailing. Outside Mitchell. Now here's Hero. He's covered by Simons. Hero with the bucket.
Tyler Hero in the zone.
And so Henderson will bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. Pass to Williams. Here's Simons. He's guarded by Hero. Pulls it in from the elbow. And it's Simons missing.
It hasn't been all bad shots for him, but you wouldn't know that looking at his percentage from the field.
And here are the Heat now. Adebayo sets a screen. Here's Mitchell. Williams grabs the board. Williams has got rebound number 15 here tonight. Simons has the open look. Perfect. Right between the eyes on that one. Simons got 29 points.
Oh, in pressure moments, he's a guy you trust to make big shots.
Now here's Mitchell. Pass to Wiggins. Right at the free throw line. That one falls. Nice setup by Mitchell. Give him 23.
We've seen Wiggins and that jump shot really evolve over the years. He doesn't waste chances. He's efficient from there.
Henderson outside. And there's a pick. Over Mitchell. Mitchell against Henderson. Ooh, solid defense from Mitchell. Pass to Hero. Here's Wiggins. Pulls it. The shot no good. 50 seconds left in overtime. Simons. It falls!
And Simons saying, bring it on. I got this and more.
And it's Miami's ball. And here's Hero. Pass to Adebayo. Wiggins outside. And here's Hero. Adebayo from long range. And Aiden pulls it down. And so they choose to intentionally foul. They've done a great job of moving the ball tonight.
Yeah, B.A., keeping everybody involved keeps everyone engaged. Getting a little desperate at this stage. I mean, the clock's the big factor.
And so both free throws good. And it's a three-point game.
Well, important there to have the three-point lead because only a three can tie it up now.
And so it's Eric Spoelstra with the timeout here. Great time to call his guys into the huddle at a very tense moment in this game. Given the situation here, what sort of strategy needs to be top of mind?
If they leave the arc open, take it. But it may be safer to get a quick two and then foul.
Don't force something up. You got to be smart here.
Hero for three. Oh, he nails it! Oh, an enormous three-pointer!
And Tyler Hero not shy that time.
And Chauncey Billups calls timeout here. The pressure is on, and he's got a plan to share with his guys. Simons with it.
last outing, and the same thing here tonight. He is in a terrific groove right now.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way, no roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive.
Hero for three. Oh, that shot had a chance, but the all-or-nothing shot attempt is off the mark. So a close game sees Portland taking this one. They escape with the W, even though they needed a few extra minutes to pull it off.
And both teams gave their all. But when it came down to overtime, it was about who had more determination.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. Alongside Brent Barry, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson with our entire 2K crew thanking you for watching. And now, time for our player of the game, Anthony Simons.